Welcome to the second half of our meeting, which is going to be the international contest. The order of the speakers is going to be number 1, Grace Rockow, number 2, Carol Salceda, number 3, Dick Temple, and number 4, Lynn Seaquest. Good plan that, didn't you? So you finish your
Good planning. I'm a slow eater.
And as before, we will have 1 moment of silence between each of the speakers. And help me welcome up speaker number 1, My Plan to Change the World, My Plan to Change the World, Grace Rockow.
Great.
Climate change, global warming, holes in the ozone, energy crisis, economic crisis, healthcare crisis, crisis. Obviously, our planet is going to heck in a handbasket. Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, how many of you think that we as individuals can do something about all these crises? Raise your hand if you think we can. As individuals. No. Who doesn't? Who doesn't? Christine is not on the board there. My hunch is that in your heart of hearts you think that there isn't much you can really do. You might try doing things. You may think that there are things that you would like to do. There are things that you could think Congress could do, that other people could do. If only we worked together, something would happen. And I think that work together phrase is very important here. Think about ants in a colony. The ants work together, and they do amazing things. The ants were here long before we were, and the ants will be here after we're gone. And the reason, I think, in large part, is that they work as a team. And when humans work as a team, great things happen. An excellent example is a Toastmasters Club. We all work together as a team to provide a supportive environment so that all of us can work on our communication skills. Or think about something larger. Think about what happened as the U.S. entered World War II. On December 7th, 1941, the Japanese bombed Pearl Harbor. And within a few weeks, the country was mobilized. And remember, this was before our great global communication. We had radio and newspapers. And in a very short period of time, our country had a rationing system going. Imagine if you wanted to get new tires on your car, and you went down to Costco and they said, no, sorry, where's your rationing coupon? Oh, all the rubber's gone into the war effort. Or let's say you wanted strawberry jam. No, sorry, ration. I don't think we would put up to that now, but in World War II, people all pulled together, and they worked as a country, a team, a countrywide team, and then with the Allies, but we worked together as a team to make our victory possible. And the thing that intrigues me especially about that war effort, the way that our citizenry all pulled together, is something called the Victory Garden. In many parts of the world during World War II, there was starvation. In fact, a lot of people who died in that worldwide conflict died of starvation. But Americans did not starve. They may not have had their strawberry jam. They may not have had all the sugar they wanted or all the coffee they wanted. There may have been gaps, but they did not starve. And the reason that they didn't starve is because people grew food in their backyard. They had victory gardens. And it is amazing what people can do if they just put a few plants out. Now, I would like to suggest that this is an idea that is wider than what you might think right now, even if you live in an apartment, even if you live in a situation where there's just no land or whatever is there, it really isn't easily cultivatable. People in New York City, in high-rises, where they have absolutely no land, they're not even close to the land, are growing food in recycled plastic, using available light from windows, using hydroponic techniques. If you're interested in doing something like this, it's on the internet. There is an ant colony of people who have devised methods to do this, and you can learn about it and you can join them and you can share your ideas about how to do this with them. I have a real personal stake in the Victory Garden in that although I was not alive during World War II, I grew up eating the vegetables from my grandmother's Victory Garden that was still going when I was a child. And I have taken this habit with me to every place that I have ever lived. In every backyard where I have lived, there has been a garden of some kind. Sometimes it was very small, sometimes it was quite large. And right now I have quite a large garden because, you know what, I didn't need my lawn. Now, you may say, oh, I'm busy, I can't do all this, but I say you can work together, you can team with someone else, and you too can have a Victory Garden. And if you think about what could happen if everybody grew just a little bit, Trader Joe's wouldn't go out of business. Everybody would be healthier, solve the healthcare crisis. The cost of transporting food would be less, so the fuel and energy crisis would be less. And everybody would have this sense of accomplishment and participation, and we would all feel like a team. So I say, go forth and grow your own, and we will change the world.